Please welcome Whitney Houston!
Critican que usted y su música no son lo bastante negras.
¿Quién lo ha dicho? Es mentira. Y me pone furiosa, la verdad. Es odioso y desinformado.
Yes, I talked to him. We had an hour-long Zoom call when I was filming in Italy. Would be a year and a half ago, or maybe more, I can't remember. We had a really good chat, and he was very helpful. I watched the documentary that was made about him. I read the book that he had written. And, you know, the combination of all of those things made it possible for me to bring him to life on film. I was also able to meet him in person just before we started filming, just for like a half an hour or so. Yes, and I'm glad of it. There are so many wonderful women directors, and it's just great to see it finally. I don't really know how long this has been in the works. I don't know. I think perhaps people need to get enough perspective on it, and I really don't know. But I suppose it isn't as long as we think. By the time you come to terms with the fact that she died and figure out how to tell the story truthfully, it takes a while to do that.
It's really been a dream because I've got to sit so close to a reimagined version of Whitney Houston, who I'm a super fan of. So it was beautiful to just go on that adventurous love story. It was a complex relationship, but nonetheless, it was her soulmate, I believe. Whether you put the romance in or take it out, they really adored each other. They were very loyal to each other. And I just wanted to show the responsibility that they had to their friendship and how they upheld it. Mm-hmm. So it was so fun to travel back into the 90s, to watch those amazing, iconic performances that I was a little girl watching on TV. Now I'm like on set and we're recreating it, and it was just a dream. I think anything that Whitney Houston touches is a success, and she's still being effective. Legends never die. And I'm just excited for people to see the celebration of her life and her legacy. But yeah, we'll see. Okay, yeah, 100%. I think it took a woman like Kasi Lemmons to direct something like this. When you think about the story of a female legend, I think it's very appropriate that you have an African-American woman to tell that story. I think Kasi puts a nice feminine touch on it. I think she has a nice authentic approach to it. She also has met Whitney before and has, you know, worked with her to some capacity to where she was able to bring and have that support from Whitney's family and from Clive. So I think women directors are definitely on the rise, and there's so many more stories to be told by female directors. And I'm also always honored when I'm directed by a female, and there's so much more to come for that. And yes, there is strength in it, and yes, there is change, and I'm excited to see more of it.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Whitney Houston!
Critican que usted y su música no son lo bastante negras.
¿Quién lo ha dicho? Es mentira. Y me pone furiosa, la verdad. Es odioso y desinformado. Toda mi vida he oído. No es lo bastante negra. ¿Qué tal no es lo bastante?